Have a good day to everyone. For today, I would like to introduce to you our reporters on conservation of aquatic resources. So, first, I would like to introduce to you a handsome and a smart boy from BSB 3A, Hajula Armutar. And second reporter, I would like to introduce to you a handsome and a hyper boy, Janus Antao. And third reporter, a gorgeous Muslima and a lovely Muslima, Lindat Salip Noroiza. And lastly, reporter, an amazing and a beautiful girl, Romero Jemari. So that's all. Thank you.
Good day, sir. My name is Almudar Esadjula, BSFI 3A. Our topic for today is all about conservation. So, ano nga ba itong conservation? When we say conservation, it refers to the preservation of ecosystems in our oceans, seas, and coastal waterways. Conservation is part of our missions, of course. Over the years, the threat of cetacean population worldwide has steadily grown as humans have become more industrialized. In the present day, human activities are greatly impacting the oceanic environment, leading to the population decline of many cetacean species. The IUCN, or the International Union Conservation of Nature, rates 7 out of the 13 great whale species has endangered, which means the larger mammals the larger mammals to ever have walked the earth could soon disappear. Although commercial whaling has the most media attention, there are bigger threats facing cetacean population worldwide. And there are major threats to whale population. Isa na dito ang whaling. So whaling was once a major concern. Whaling is now prohibited commercially after a ban by the International Whaling Commission in 1986. Humpback population had fallen almost 90% before this ban. And next is collisions. Collisions with big vessels such as cargo or cruise ships can cause injuries and even deaths in cetaceans. Some whales are not even aware of ships, leading to 90% of northern right whales' deaths. And next is entanglement. The commercial fishing industry continues to take a toll on whales and dolphins. The fishing gear used by these companies can injure or kill even the largest of cetaceans by either starving or drowning them. And lastly is pollutions. So as more harmful toxins leak into our oceans, whales are whales are becoming the fastest to be contaminated. Therefore, animals higher on the food chain tend to also carry higher concentrations of toxins. This is called biomagnifications. Okay, aside from major threats to whale populations, there are also other threats, which are habitat and noise pollutions. So, when we say habitats, loss through population oil, coastal development, urbanization, along with a multitude of other sources, meaning limited migration routes and calving grounds. Fish farms are located in important habitats for cetaceans, which does not allow them to use these areas for feeding, breeding, or resting. There are methods used to research whales. So, one is satellite tagging, acoustic recording, photo identification, observation, genetics, and molecular methods. So, satellite tagging, understanding migration and population structure is paramount to whale conservation. So these tags allow scientists to track the paths of whales for several years. And for acoustic recording, in harsh marine environments, scientists face many difficulties researching whales. So, underwater sound travels large distance, making it a powerful means of identifying and locating whales. And photo identification, biologists often use distinctive marking and wear patterns on the dorsal fins and flukes of large cetacean species. Almost every single humpback whale has a unique identifying tail fluke. Also, the pigmentation and coloration of gray and blue whales can assist with identification in the field. And for observation, using an aerial surveys and video recordings of whales' behavior, scientists are able to develop a permanent record of whales spotted, along with other data which assist in determining the recovery rate of populations. And for genetics, scientists use biopsy samples to better understand relationships between breeding populations. So these samples are also used to identify sex, population structure, and for molecular methods can provide useful information about cetacean biologies, such as population size, age, diet, and population demographics. So these methods are on the cutting edge of science. The picture above is a list of organizations that advocate whale conservation and protection. So, isa na dito ang WWF or the World Wide Fund for Nature Incorporation. So, the WWF is an international non-governmental organization founded in 1961 that works in the field of wilderness preservation and the reduction of human impact on the environment. It was formerly named the World Wildlife Fund, which remains its official name in Canada and the United States. Another organization is the World Cetacean Alliance. So, the World Cetacean Alliance is a powerful coalition of individuals, businesses, and organizations working toward best practice and sustainability in whale and dolphin watching tourisms. So another one is the WDC or the Whale and Dolphin Conservations. The Whale and Dolphin Conservations, formerly Whale and Dolphin Conservation Society in the United Kingdom, is a wildlife charity that is dedicated solely to the worldwide conservation and welfare of all whales, dolphins, and porpoises cetaceans. It has offices in the United Kingdom, North America, Germany, and Australia. And lastly is the Sea Shepherd Conservation Society. So the Sea Shepherd Conservation Society is a non-profit marine conservation activism organization based in Friday Harbor on San Juan Island, Washington, and the United States. Sea Shepherds employs direct action tactics to achieve its goals, most famously by deploying its fleet of ships to track, report, and actively impede the work of fishing vessels believed to be engaged in illegal and unregulated activities, causing, causing, causing the sustainable exploitation of marine life. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Good day, sir. My name is Genas Ramos Antaw, and for today's video, I will be reporting our topic entitled of conservation. But my topic is all about conservation of coral reefs and coral sand. So, I will give a short definition about conservation. Conservation is a preservation or protecting of something. So, meaning we need to preserve and protect our coral reefs. So, what is coral reef? Coral reef definitions are made up of colonies of 100 to 1,000 of tiny individual corals. So, they called polyps. These marine invertebrate animals have hard exoskeletons made calcium carbohydrate and are sessile, meaning permanently fixed in one place. Next, why is conservation of coral reefs important? Coral reefs provide an important ecosystem for life underwater, protect coastal areas by reducing the power of waves, hitting the coast, and also provide a crucial source of income for millions of people. So these are the importance of coral reefs. Reefs protect coastline from harsh ocean storms and floods. Also, coral reefs support a variety of commercial and artisanal fisheries, including those for nearshore fishes and crustacean and mollusks. Coral reefs attract a million of scuba divers and snorkelers and other tourists in every year. Some evidence suggests that coral reefs and other reef habitats could potentially provide important medicine, including anti-cancer drugs, painkillers, and anti-inflammatory compounds. So these coral reefs provide also a jobs for local communities and offer opportunities for recreation. And then next, we're going now to the coral reef destruction caused by. First is the pollution. Pollution is a contamination of bodies of water usually as a result of human activity. Ito yung mga tao na nagtatapon ng basura sa ating karagatan. So yung mga plastic and cellophanes and other waste na tinatapon sa dagat is nagkukos yun ng pollution at nasisira yung coral reefs. And the second is the overfishing. Overfishing also a cause of destruction. One of the some example of that is the Muroami. Yung sa Muroami is nakikita doon sa video, sa movie na yon is sinisira nila yung yung corals upang makuha nila yung mga isda, upang makarami sila ng isda, which is nakakasira sila ng ating coral reefs. So yung coral reefs kasi is kapag wala ng coral reef, so paano na yung mga saan sila titira at saan sila kukuha ng kanilang pagkain. And then the next is destructive destructive of using dynamite or cyanide. So we all know naman ang paggamit ng dynamite is malaking impact na nakakasira talaga ito sa ating coral reefs. Although yung mga tao na gumagamit ito is gusto nilang makarami ng pagkuha ng isda kaya gumagamit sila ng dynamite. Pero yung cause naman ng dynamite is nakakasira ito ng ating coral. Hindi lang coral, pati yung mga mamaliit na isda is nalalason at namamatay. So yun yung paggamit ng dynamite is also a destruction of nakakasira sa ating coral reefs. And then next is collective live corals for the aquarium market. Yung may mga tao talaga na kumukuha sila ng coral reefs at inilalagay nila sa aquarium. So nagko-cause yun ng destruction kasi yung mga buhay na corals is kinukuha nila. So paano na yung mga isda? Wala na silang matitirahan. And next is the mining coral for building materials. So may mga kumpanya na kumukuha sila ng corals upang ilagay sa kanilang building like ginagawa nilang design. And also and the last is the warming climate. Yan lang yung mga many ways na ginagawa ng people na nakasisira all around the world. So and also one of the yung na-research ko is yung sa West Philippine Sea yung ginawa ng Chinese government yung artificial islands na ginawa nila doon sa West Philippine Sea, which is madami talagang nasira yung coral reefs natin. Yung na-research ko is about 33.1 billion damage reef na nasira doon sa panatag. So which is talaga yung coral reefs is dito sa ating Pilipinas is malaki talaga yung impact nila doon kasi marami talaga yung nasira doon. So yun. So and next is what happen if we lost our coral reefs. So paano nga ba kapag wala na tayong coral reefs? So if coral reefs disappeared, essentially food, shelter, and spawning grounds for fish and other marine organisms would cease to exist. So kapag wala na tayong coral reefs, so Meaning is yung maapektuhan is yung isda. Not only the fish will affect, also human also affected for that situation. Kasi isipin natin, no, kapag wala ng coral reefs, paano na yung mga isda? Paano na sila maninirahan? Paano na sila kukuha nila ng pagkain? So kapag wala ng isda, so paano din tayo makakuha ng isda? Paano tayo din makahanap ng hanap buhay kung yung mga mangingisda is yung trabaho nila is ng isda lamang. So kapag wala ng isda, so saan na sila kukuha ng kanilang hanap buhay? So malagi talagang impact pag wala ng coral reefs. And also biodiversity will greatly suffer as a consequence. So yung corals talaga is a big impact pag wala na tayo. So kailangan talaga nating i-preserve and i-protect yung coral reefs. Coral reefs because doon lang tayo not only na yung fish lang yung magsasuffer kapag wala ng fish, also we are human also suffered for that situation. And next is for the national and international regulations, coral reef should not be collected either alive or dead. The United States federal government prohibits the removal or destruction of coral reefs from all areas of the continental shelf within a 3 limit mile. So, yung national and international regulation is pinagbabawal nila yung pagkolekta ng alive or dead na corals kasi malagi talagang impact kapag wala na tayong coral reefs. So kailangan natin talagang i-conserve and preserve yung ating coral reefs. So, paano tayo makakatulong upang ma-conserve natin yung coral reefs? Paano natin matutulungan? So, this is the way how to conserve and protect and paano natin matutulungan yung coral reefs. So, ito yung mga ways kung paano natin matutulungan yung pag-conserve. So, first is, if you visit a coral reef, be sure not to sit on, stand on, or even touch live coral. So, kapag bumisita tayo sa coral na site is be sure na wag natin itong hawakan or matapakan kasi masisira yung corals. And also yung mga divers at snorkelers should rest by floating or standing the sandy bottom. And second is, boaters should take care when navigating around the coral reefs. Yung mga bangka is, usually kasi may mga bangka na kapag low tide is nakadikit talaga yan doon sa coral. So, nasisira yung coral. So, meaning is, yung mga boaters is doon lang sa mga malalim yung hindi maabutan yung corals. So, next is take photos of coral reefs rather than collecting dead or living coral. So, instead na kumuha ka ng corals is picturean mo na lang upang hindi ka makasira ng corals. Or yung way na yon sa pagpipicture mo is hindi mo na masisira yung corals at mapipreserve mo pa yon. So, next is practice safe and responsible diving is snorkeling. So, yung mga diving kasi, minsan kasi yung may mga ginagawa silang like kumukuha sila ng corals. So, kailangan sabihin sa kanila na wag kukunin or wag tatapakan yung corals kasi nasisira yon. Kasi yung corals kasi is malaking importansya yun sa atin, not only in the communities but all over the world. Kasi kapag wala ng corals, so saan na yung mga isda titira? So kapag walang corals, wala nang saan magbe-breed yung mga isda at saan sila kukuha ng pagkain. And last is take a reef-friendly approach to sun protection. So yung may mga tao kasi na gumagamit ng sunblock, so tapos pumupunta sila sa dagat, so nagko-cause yun ng destruction sa corals. And last is spread the word. Yung first is educate yourself na wag magsira ng corals, and after na ma-educate mo yung sarili mo is sabihan mo din yung community mo na wag magsira ng corals, at kasi yung corals kasi is malaking impact talaga ito sa atin pag nawala. So next is, why are living corals valuable? Coral reefs are incredible natural resources that support the economy while providing opportunities for recreation, education, and scientific research, and also in public inspiration. The fish we catch rely on corals to build the reef's structure where they can breed and grow. So yung corals kasi, doon yung nagbe-breed yung mga fish and doon na sila nakakahanap ng kanilang shelter. So, doon na sila lumalaki doon sa corals. So, kapag wala ng corals, so saan sila magbe-breed at saan sila kukuha ng kanilang pagkain. So, we need to conserve our coral reefs. So we are going now to coral sand. So coral sand definition is a collection of sand of particles originating in tropical and subtropical marine environments from bioerosion of limestone skeletal material of marine organism. So usually yung makikita natin yung coral sand is doon sa dalampasigan. Yung may mga coral, yung tinatawag na coral sand is yung mga patay na coral reef. So doon na yun na pumunta sa dalampasigan, which is yung mga bato din na para silang limestone is tinatawag din yung na coral sand. And then why is coral sand is important? The addition of coral sand can improve the flexural strength of marine mortar. Incorporating the coral sand markedly increase the carbonation depth of marine mortar. Combined use of coral and sea sands in marine mortar can promote compaction of ITG. In additional for that, coral sand is kasi nagbibigay ito siya ng kagandahan sa ating dalampasigan. So kapag namatay na yung coral sand is syempre nababali yung mga sanga-sanga ng mga coral. So kapag nabali na yung coral sand, yung coral reef is tinatawag na yon siyang coral sand. Yun yung usually makikita natin yung coral sand is sa dalampasigan. Parang yung role ng coral sand dito is naging design siya sa ating dalampasigan. Yun yung kagandahan ng coral sand.
Good day. I am Jamar Romero and I will be talking to you about the poaching. So poaching is an illegal fishing or an illegal hunting of animals in somebody's property. For example is the turtles. So turtles kapag nanganak sila, pumunta sila sa tabing dagat. So pag pumunta sila sa tabing dagat, nanganak sila, bumabalik sila sa tubig. So yung baby turtles na yung bahala para pumunta sa tubig. So, yung mga crabs, kinakain nila yung baby turtles. So, minsan, konti na lang yung pumunta sa tubig. So, konti na lang nga yung pumunta sa tubig, kinakain pa or kinukuha pa ng mga tao kasi kinakain nila or binebenta. So, number 2 example is the shark fin. So this is the delicacy of Chinese and Vietnamese, and that makes them vulnerable and leaving dead shark behind. So the flora and fauna also is and plants and animals that are live in particular area in a time period and in environment. So reason why people do poaching. Reason why people do poaching, it is because of the financial problem and lack of resources and capacity. So how to conserve the aquatic resources? It is simple because number 1, find the best solution, or we have to make sure to find the best solution with the local community. And number 2, getting along with the leader and board and also children like us as students. So number 3 is find people that are committed to the course. Of course, like in our course, BSFI. As a BSFI, we have a subject that is extension, wherein we share our skills and also yung mga skills din ng tao, ina-adapt din namin. So like, ina-explain namin kung anong alam namin about how to conserve our aquatic resources, and also help them understand ano yung mga negative and positive impact ng kapag nag-overfishing tayo. So that's all for my reports. Thank you.
Good evening everyone, I am Salip Noaisa Mujala Lindet, and I'm going to explain to you the turtle shell trade. So, ano nga ba ang turtle shell trade? Ang turtle shell trade, ito ay pagbebenta o pagkuha ng illegal na hawksbill turtle na shell. So, ginagawa itong mga ornaments, jewelry, sunglasses, at iba-iba pa, mga pang-dekorasyon. So, a short history, so yung hawksbill is isa siyang pinaka-importante na species para sa coral reefs, kasi nga nag-help, tinutulungan niya yung coral reefs na ma-maintain yung cleanliness kasi inaalis niya yung mga excess na sponges na napupunta sa surface ng coral reefs. So, let's go back. So, if a beauty was considered a curse, the hawksbill sea turtle would be a foster child. So, in the past century, global hawksbill population have declined by staggering 90% as a result for demand for their shell. So, since the ancient times, so noon pa lang, yung hawksbill ay hinuhuli na dahil sa kanilang pinakamagandang shell, now which is made up for colorful, overlapping scales in shade of gold, brown, and orange na tinatawag na scutes. So, yung scute are polished and used to make combs, jewelry, sunglasses, ornaments, and the other luxury and decorative items. So, ito yung sinasabi ko na. So, commonly referred to a tortoise shell or beko in Japan. So, sa Japan, yung hawksbill ay tinatawag nilang beko. So, merong traditional na paniniwala yung Japan na yung beko combs na ginagamit pa rin nila hanggang ngayon. So, in 1977, the trade of hawksbill shell was prohibited by the site. So, the meaning of site is the Convention on International Trade Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora. So, yung site, isa siyang international agreement na which nag-voluntary parties or yung mga country na iwasan yung paghuli ng endangered species na hawksbill. So, the illegal trading of hawksbills has been started in Caribbean Sea. So, nagsimula yung pag-trade ng illegal na hawksbill shell sa Caribbean Sea. So, the Japan beko industry remained intact since 1950. So 1980, so yung hawksbill helps to maintain the health of coral reefs and also as they remove prey such as sponges from the reef surface. So, hawksbill sea turtle is critically endangered sea turtle belonging to the family of Chelonidae. The hawksbill species has global distribution that is largely limited to tropical and subtropical marine. So, in 1980, when it joined CITES, or the Convention on International Trade Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, Japan took an exception to the hawksbill trade agreement, and the turtle shell trade continued. So, known for their beko artistry, dating back to 1700s, it's estimated that Japan imported 2 million turtles between 1950 to 1992 to supply the industry. So, due to the continued internal pressure, Japan agreed to stop importing hawksbill shell in 1993. So, and lastly, the collaboration between conservation groups and government agency. So, for much of 2002, the Sea Turtle Conservancy, then known as the Caribbean Conservation Corporation, actively opposed a proposal from Cuba and Japan to reopen the international trade of shells taken from critically endangered of hawksbill sea turtle. So, specifically, Cuba had proposed a change in regulation under the Convention on International Trade in endangered species or sites that would allow it to sell and ship several stockpile tons of valuable shell to Japan. Under CITES, all international trade, the sea turtle products is banned. So, in preparation for the CITES conference, the SCT published and distribution a detailed analysis of the Cuban proposal, including the evidences showing that hawksbill killed in the Cuban waters migrate from throughout the Caribbean Sea. So, the SCT staff also participated in regional dialogue meetings in Mexico and the Cayman Islands, where countries from the wider Caribbean and Latin America met to discuss the CITES proposal affecting species in the region. So, yung Cuban, nag-propose sila na kailangan yung mga natitirang hawksbill shell o jewelry na nagawa ng jewelry, gusto nila ipadala sa Japan pangkalakalan. So, nag-propose yung sites na hindi na lang ituloy kasi nga ito yung parang nagiging nauubos na yung endangered species na hawksbill, kaya pinagbawalan na lang sila at binan na lang. So, yun lang po. That's all. Thank you. Maraming salamat.